Friday, and that means it's time for the weekly vlog with Momma Pearl. We're having another coffee talk. I got my coffee cup here. Was a gift from one of my kids. They give me coffee cups a lot because they know I collect them, and this one has a pretty butterfly, and I like it very much. And inside is red, and then I got my coffee. Good coffee. Made it myself. This week I'm talking about two different things. First one is Hurricane Michael, and the second topic is National Mental Health Week. National Mental Health Day. And then third, talking about my expectations for this channel and some questions for you, the viewers. So the first thing is Hurricane Michael. One of my earliest memories is waking up in the middle of Hurricane Camille in 1969. We lived on the beach on the Gulf Coast, near where the eye of the storm came through. I remember the water in the house. We had about an inch of water in our house. I remember the noise of the trees falling on the house. We were lucky. Our house didn't suffer any structural damage, a lot of cosmetic damage. A tree did fall and slice my grandfather's RV in half in the backyard. And I remember that the neighborhood streets were impassable, covered with debris and trees and everything else. I've since learned that after the storm, it was about 3 weeks before any major roads were opened and before any real help could get in. It was all people who had stayed helping each other get through the storm. Evacuations are funny things. It's easy to say, well, why didn't they evacuate? Evacuating costs a lot of money. Imagine if somebody told you, okay, you got about 3 hours for you and the rest of the city to get out of town. And you got to figure out where to go, how you're going to get there, and how you're going to live for as long as you've got to be gone. The first thing that happens when an evacuation is mentioned is gas prices go up, hotel rooms along the path of evacuation go up, prices go up. Because the more demand, the more they can charge. And not only have you got to have the money to get out of town and to get a hotel room and to live while you're there, but you've got to have money to get back home and money to live off of when you get back home, because it's possible that you will not have electricity, you will not have natural gas, you will not have running water, you will not have gasoline, because gasoline pumps run on electricity. And in this age of, debit cards and credit cards, well, the computers that run those things take electricity. If there's no electricity, there's no way to run the cash register. So you'll need large amounts of just cash money, and a lot of people don't have access to that. I would urge you, if you have the ability to donate to the organizations that are in the hurricane areas helping out, please do. The people that are there to help. They're not taking your money and blowing it. I can speak firsthand. The Salvation Army, the Red Cross, I know they help out a lot. They helped us out when I lived in that area and hurricanes had come through. Send what you can, and don't be a Monday morning quarterback sitting around going, well, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? It's too late for that. So yeah, if you can help out by donating money, by donating time, by donating just a prayer or send good wishes, do what you can, because hurricanes are devastating, and they don't care how much money you have. They don't care what church you go to. Hurricanes don't care about anything. They equal opportunity destruction there. The second thing is National Mental Health Day. I was so pleased to see so many people, influencers, YouTube channel people, important people that other people listen to, doing their part to help break the stigma that surrounds mental illness. Yeah, it's all in our heads because our brains are in our heads, and your brain is what's the cause of the mental health issues. It's not a question of getting well. It's a question of unlearning and relearning the things we've been taught, reprogramming in a lot of cases. There are some people that do find help through medication, through chemical balancing of balancing the chemicals in their brain. There are people who find help through therapy. There are people who find help through many, many positive ways. But the first step to helping someone with mental illness is understanding and empathy. Again, no room for Monday morning quarterbacks here. It doesn't matter if you don't understand it. I don't understand cancer, but I have a lot of empathy for anybody who has cancer. It's just another illness, and it should be treated as seriously as a broken arm or cerebral palsy or anything else. Along that light, I've been thinking a lot about my own mental health, and I've decided, I know I've teased a Christmas album, a holiday album, but I think at this time it would not be smart for me to continue with that project this year. 2 reasons. The first one is financial. A lot of the great holiday songs I would like to record are owned by other people. They are not in the public domain, which means I would have to pay somebody for the rights to record that song. And right now, financially, that's not something I can do. Sure, I might sell some albums and make some money, but I don't have the capital to invest on the hopes that maybe my album will sell or not. Secondly, the holidays are a very hard time for me. My holidays growing up were not normal. And the traumas and abuses I suffered are attached to common themes throughout the holidays. The themes that bring others peace and happiness, traditions, getting together with family, things like that. Other people have positive associations with those. I do not. And so if I were to try to sing and produce songs that are attached to traumatic memories for me, I don't think I do a good job with them, and I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to keep living through my traumas. I want to put it behind me and move on. So this year I won't be putting out a holiday or Christmas album, and I thank you for your understanding about that. I'm not saying the holidays are bad. I'm not saying that your religious connotation or your religious associations with holidays are bad. I'm just saying, for me, those associations aren't positive and happy. And I'll get into more sharing some of my stories about holidays and things like that later on in the season. But as I said, I don't want to turn this into my personal therapy, my personal life. I don't want to put it all out there. Which leads me to the last part of today's blog. Where am I going with this channel? What am I doing? I realized that I don't know who my audience is, and I don't know who I want my audience to be. I shy away from the mental health topics because I am not a certified counselor or mental health professional, and I don't have any answers. My life has been very unique, and I've been in some very unique situations. And what has worked for me may not work for everybody. And I don't want to come off as being super knowledgeable or a superhero. That's why I keep a lot of my personal life personal off the blog, is I don't want people thinking I'm trying to be an expert because I'm not. I'm figuring it out as I go. But if people were interested, I could do more mental health and how I survived the trauma that I've lived through. I am a fantastic cook, although I am not a cook who goes by recipes, like exact measurements and exact procedures and things like that. But I would love to share some of my cooking videos if that would be interesting to you. My sewing and costuming, I'd be interested in working on some of those. My crafting, I don't know, I'm just exploring that. I've got the safari journal that I'm working on, but I am not a crafter. And one thing I'm noticing is a lot of these people who are doing these crafting videos are independent demonstrators or independent salespeople for certain craft lines and things like that. And they're going for, monetization on their channel. They're trying to sell their products. I don't have any products I'm trying to sell. And as for monetization, it's my understanding you've got to have 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers to apply for the program where you can make money off your videos. That's going to be a while for me, I think. So, why am I doing this channel then? Maybe my viewers can help me out with that, and maybe you can help me figure out where my audience is. So, in the comments down below, let me know what you'd like me to see, what you'd like to see me do videos of. And I will see what I can do, and let's figure all this out together. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our coffee talk today, and I look forward to seeing you next week.